Bindu and Mohit are joined. Okay. Uh, Mohit, है ना? Hello. No. है ना? We will start
Good
in few
afternoon,
minutes.
sir.
है ना? Good afternoon, Mohit. We will start in few minutes. One or two more people should let them join. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, Bindu. Okay. So, did you people see the last lecture? I think before this part, है ना? You covered this part before this lecture, last initial part of solid state, Mohit and Bindu. You were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Others, you were also there, right? So,
Yes, sir.
yes. And in the last class, I actually faced a little bit problem at my end. So, I couldn't continue the class at that time. For, I mean, almost your class was over, then only I can connect. So, I had to abandon that class after 20-30 minutes. Okay. Not even abandon, actually, I was forced to it. I couldn't get connected. So let's see. Now issue is resolved now. There will be no issues now onward. Okay. These are difficult times for everyone, you know, especially in India. So that's weird. So I think okay, others and we'll do. Let's wait for one more minute and we'll immediately start then. Okay. So uh, one minute. So you all know about the space lattice and the lattice sites I told you in the last classes, right? Yes, Bindu, Mohit, you understood the lattice and lattice sites, space lattice, what is space lattice, what are the space lattice sites, and others you also understood this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, keep
Yes,
on
sir.
responding. Yeah, much better would be. Yeah, है ना? As good as our interaction can be, na? As good as that your understanding would be much better if your level of interaction is much better. I mean, sometimes you people ask such intricate questions. Now, we even teachers get amazed here. I didn't think of that. Okay, and well, I mean, from that angle, we do not think sometimes. And you ask the question from that angle, so we try to cover it, and that is a revelation for us also sometimes. So keep on interacting. So I may be knowing something, but I may not be explaining that way into the class sometimes. So there is a different way to explain everything. Okay, so you keep on interacting, so you will get to know much more details. You will have to scratch of me many more details. Okay, so let's start. I think enough people have joined. So yes, everyone. So we were starting with these different types of crystal systems, 7 crystal systems. These are different type of crystal systems. Okay, cubic crystal system, tetragonal crystal system, rhombohedral crystal system, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, and hexagonal crystal system. Okay, all these are 7 type of different crystal systems. Among these crystal systems, we find different type of Brevis lattices. Okay. Now see all these kind of Brevis lattices. Let's say in case of cubic we find primitive and face centered and body centered, 3 type of crystal Brevis lattices. While in case of tetragonal 2, rhombohedral 1, orthorhombic 4, monoclinic only 2, and again for triclinic hexagonal only one Brevis lattice each for one in the individual crystal system. Now there are total 14 Brevis lattice system. Now you have to keep this in mind. Whatever other type we try to form here with respect to these crystal system, those are found to be symmetrical to the other ones. So we can actually categorize them in among these 14 different types of Davis lattices only. Okay. Now let's see one by one each type of crystal system and Davis lattices of them. Okay. This is our first crystal system we are going to see, is cubic one, cubic crystal system. Now see here, this is the first type of Davis lattice, that is primitive one. Okay, this we denoted by P generally. Okay, now in primitive crystal lattice, a primitive cubic crystal lattice, we have only the corner sites which are occupied in case of primitive crystal lattice. Okay, while in case of this is our body centered cubic crystal, and we denote it by I actually. Okay. Now, apart from the other ones, here there is one another lattice site present, which is at the body center of the overall cubic crystal system. Okay. Now, in case of face-centered cubic system, face-centered cubic, this is F. This is denoted by F. Okay. Now we have, apart from the corner system, we have the face center of each pieces, which are the lattice site in this kind of crystal system. Okay. Now one thing common is this is cubic crystal system. Okay. In all of these Davis lattice, all the sides are going to be equal and all the angles are going to be equal to 90 degrees. This you have to keep in mind. Cubic crystal system will determine the axis type, length of axis or length or type of angles present there. Okay. Now, but the lattice sites, determination of lattice sites will be determined by the type of Davis lattice. Okay. Now, see, now let's see the another type of Davis lattice, primitive crystal Davis lattice for trigonal crystal system. Primitive. Now see here again, in primitive only corner sites are going to be occupied. Okay. Only corner sites. Now in trigonal crystal lattice, what is the length of the sites are? All sides are of equal length, while all the angles here. Okay. Although those angles are equal, but those are not equal to 90 degrees. Keep in mind, not equal to 90 degrees. These angles. Okay. Now, if this is a primitive Davis lattice, only corner sites are going to be occupied. Okay. Now, let's see the next type of crystal system. Here is tetragonal crystal system. In this tetragonal crystal system, first let's see the type of sites present. Here, two sides are going to be equal. Okay, but the third side, the vertical one here, let's say C, is not going to be equal to the other two. Okay, why? All angles are still going to be 90 degrees here. This you can see here in both type of crystal lattices. This here between this one. Okay, so this is what we are going to find in tetragonal crystal system. Now, there are going to be two type of Davis lattices in tetragonal. First is primitive one, and second is body-centered cubic one. Okay. Here you see only corner sides in case of primitive. In case of tetragonal, we are going to see another side called body-centered one. Okay, this is tetragonal crystal system. Now let's see the triclinic and hexagonal crystal systems one by one. Now, in case of triclinic, all sides are going to be different length. All sides are of different length, A, B, C. Okay, as well as all angles are also different here. Okay, alpha, beta, and gamma. All three angles are going to be different. So this is the triclinic one. So because all these things are different, we are going to see only primitive one here. Okay, only primitive sides here. Now, let's see the hexagonal type of crystal system. This is a very special case one. It's not like cubic. They can be termed as in cubic. They derived from these type of cubic crystal system. Okay, this you can see this type of cubic crystal system here. Okay, this one. Okay, so it's actually that extended version of that system only. Okay, now if you have identified this thing, now see here in hexagonal system what happens is, see, length of A and B are going to be equal. This length and this length B. Okay, this length and this length B. Both are going to be equal. But again the vertical length, the third axis is not going to be same. While alpha and beta angles are still 90 degrees. Alpha angle is with respect to A and alpha angle is with respect to B and C. So this angle. Beta angle is with respect to A and C. So this is also 90 degrees. Okay. Now, but between A and B, between this B and A, this angle is 120 degrees. You can see it here. This gamma angle is 120 degrees. So this is what you have to keep in mind. In case of hexagonal, one angle is going to be 120 degree and the one length is going to be 10. This is a hexagonal system. Now, here in this one, we will talk about the unit cell actually. Okay. Next part, we will talk about the unit cell. But understand here, 3 unit cells are being shown to give the complete hexagon. I showed you one unit cell here, like this one. Okay, right? Similarly, another is this one. Okay, let me draw differently. Another is this one, okay, and another is this one. Understood? I hope. Ye 3 different type of unit cell are combined are making up one hexagonal unit. That's why we have to show the complete picture here of the hexagon. That's why you combine the 3 unit cells here. Okay. Now let's see. Yes.
सर ये कैसे कंबाइन हो रहा है एक बार वापस बता दीजिए.
Others is speaking. Okay. See others here. Combination, I'm saying it. If I want to show only one crystal lattice, one unit cell to you. Okay, I'll tell you about the unit cell in the next slide. Okay, this is only one unit cell here. Okay, one cubic system. Okay, similar to cubic crystal system. Now, this is the smallest unit cell here. We are going to see. Okay. Now, can you see this crystal system? Okay, these 8 sides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, others, can you locate these 8 sides here? Okay, now
Yes,
this
sir.
one. Now see the next one. I'm drawing with, let's say, this color. If I take these 2 sides along with this, another unit cell is going to be formed from this one. Okay. This is going to be behind this till below it, like this one, and this is going to be overlapping, sharing the one face with this one. Okay, sharing this face. Okay, and the third one here, let's say, let's green color. This is your third one. Can you see now? 3 unit cells are combining. This is at the corner, all 3 units are sharing this atom and this atom. Okay, but on the face This is the phase between this blue one and green one. This is the phase between the orange one and the yellow one, blue one, and this is the phase. This phase is going to be between green one and the orange one. Okay, these are the 3 unit cells here. 3 unit cells are shown to give the complete hexagon. That's why we call it hexagonal. Overall, they give a shape of hexagonal system. Okay, understood this one? Yes, others?
सर
Yes.
सर ये यूनिट सेल जो 3 मिलके कंबाइन हुए यहाँ पे, तो वो कौन
हाँ,
सा
मैं
यूनिट सेल कंबाइन हुआ?
I'll explain you one by one in next slides. Okay, first let me tell you about the unit cell. Okay, then we will come back to this part. Okay.
ओके कि ये कौन सा है?
हाँ. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's finish. Let's finish first orthorhombic unit crystal system. Okay. Now see here, orthorhombic will have 4 different type of primitive lattice. 4 different type of Bravais lattice. First one is primitive one, only corner side. Second is body centered one, along with corner one body center is there. Third is face centered one. Apart from the corner sides, face centers are also lattices site here. Okay, body center is not present in case of face center. Keep in mind. This is the C1. This is called end center. Okay, this is end center where only the end centered faces lattice sites are present here. Okay, this one, not on the other faces, only the end faces of the vertical one. Okay? Now see, in orthorhombic, keep in mind these 3 sides A, B and C, 3 lengths are going to be different one, but angles are still 90 degrees in case of orthorhombic system. Okay, now let's see the last one, which is monoclinic crystal system. Here all sides A, B or C, A, B and C, these all are different lengths, all of different lengths. Alpha angle and gamma angle is of 90 degrees. Okay, alpha angle and gamma angle. Alpha is between B and C face, B and C side. Gamma is between A and B. And beta, which is not 90 degree, it is between A and C. Right? Can you see this? A and C beta angle. This is not 90 degree, but alpha angle between A and between B and C. This is your B. Okay, and this is C. This is going to be 90 degree, and between A and C, this is also going to be 90 degree. Okay, this is what happens in case of monoclinic. In monoclinic, another one we are going to see Bravais lattice is only the end centered one, apart from the primitive. So in end center, only the extreme faces only are going to be occupied. Okay, these 2 faces. So these all are 14 type of Bravais lattices. Okay, now let's talk about the unit cell first. Okay, understood this thing? Let's talk about the unit cell first. Now, what is unit cell? Unit cell is of any crystalline substance is defined as the smallest repeating unit which shows the complete geometry of the crystalline substance. Okay, the smallest repeating unit. Now, how do we characterize a unit cell? This is going to be characterized by the edge length A, B and C along the 3 edges of the unit cell, as well as the angles alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, where are these angles? Between the edges BC, CA and AB. See here, between BC we are going to see alpha, between A and C we are going to see beta angle, and between A and B we are going to see gamma angle. So this is our unit cell we are going to talk about. Okay. Now this is what we saw in case of all the Bravais lattices here. You see all the crystal system we defined by ABC length, axis length and the angles only. Okay. So we used each unit cell only. Okay. Through these for these crystal system. But in case of hexagonal system, okay, others listen here. For in case of hexagonal system, see if I want to use these, I could have drawn like this crystal system only. Okay, maybe like this only. Okay, this crystal system only, and so it's shown you this way. This is A is not equal to B, and this is C. This is gamma. This is alpha. This is alpha. This is beta. Okay, so this is how I could have shown you. But thing is, I have to show why is it called hexagon. So I combine three different types of unit cell here. Okay, smallest repeating unit, and I combined three different unit cell here, and I showed you complete picture why is it called hexagon. Okay, to give the hexagon. Understood? Others?
Sir,
Unit cell is the yes. Yes. Ask.
was the presence of three unit cells in
Okay.
information of beings hexagon?
Your voice is breaking up, others. Can you repeat a little bit again?
Are you able to hear me right now?
A little bit. Can you type it for me, lightweight? Type कर दो,
Yes, sir.
है ना थोड़ा सा, so I can exactly hear what are you trying to understand. I'm moving to the next part here. Yes. Okay. Relates in being a hexagon. You see here. Can you from this diagram only, can you tell me that it's a hexagonal shape? If I would have shown you these single unit cell only, and I have shown you these A, B, C. Okay, I could have not shown you that it actually when it combines, it looks like a hexagonal shape. Okay, that's why now what happens is when we combine these unit cells, we are not as such combining unit cells. Okay, these lattice sites are being shared by each unit cell. Okay, these lattice sites are being shared by each unit cell here. Okay, it's not like they are going to be different atoms here and another unit cell is going to be attached to it. One site is going to be, now we are talking about only the positioning of the atoms. Okay, where are they positioned in a crystal lattice? Okay, these are going to be multiple unit cells here in a crystal system. Okay, thousands and thousands of units. Okay, or maybe some millions of units. But if I want to identify one small repeating unit, that would be this one. One single, either one blue one, or one orange one, or one this one, green one. Okay. But why do we call it hexagon? That's why I showed you the combined picture that it looks like a hexagon. That's why we call it a hexagonal system. Okay. I hope you understand this thing, others, a little bit better. Okay. moving to the next part now. Yes, you're saying something. Right, right, right. See, why do we call it these kind of systems? Hexagonal or triclinic or tetragonal? Where does the name came from? Okay, these names actually come from these type of geometry. We saw in case of why do we call it cubic system? Because all lengths are same. If all lengths are same in a cubic system, then we call it cube, na? That's why we call it cube, because all lengths are same and it looks like a cube, complete cube. Okay. Now this is called trigonal system. Why? Because it looks like a trigonal system. Okay. These are the different geometric terms we are putting up according to the geometry of the structure. Okay. So this is the naming system I was trying to show you. Because of the naming system, why do we call it hexagonal, tetragonal, or triclinic? This is what we term them as per the length and available structure. The view of the structure we see, okay? So according to that geometry, we call it triclinic or hexagonal or tetragonal type of system. Okay. Now, let's see the next part, the coordination number. Okay. Now, see here, we are talking about the coordination number 1 now. What is coordination number? This is number of nearest particles around the specific particle in a given crystalline substance is called as coordination number of that crystalline substance. Okay. Now, see here is we will see one by one the coordination number in each type of crystal lattices here. Okay, what is the coordination number of primitive system? What is the coordination number in body centered one? What is the primitive? Okay, body centered one, face centered one. Okay, or even uh, uh, separately end centered one. Okay, so this is we are going to see in case of all type of brevises lattices. We are going to see the coordination number one by one. Before that, we see the coordination number in each case. Let me tell you about the uh, packing efficiency or packing density also. Okay. Now, see here in any type of crystal system, like let's take this unit cell here. We say that these are lattice site available to us. Okay. Now, okay, and the arrangement of atoms is like this only. If it's a primitive one atom is present here, it's going to be touching this another atom here, and it's also, sorry, let me show you in the next part actually. This is, see this system here. Okay, can you see this one, everyone? Cubic system here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now see, these are the cubic lattice sites. Okay, these are the cubic lattice sites. Only corner sites are occupied. Now, in this, these are the different atoms which are occupying these corner sites. Okay, so these are actually arranged like this thing. This is the actual arrangement of the atoms or particles or molecules, whatever we are going to see. Okay, individual. This single atom here is going to be, this one is going to be touching this one. Okay, this part he is going to touch, this part is touching also this part. Okay, so three sides you can see here, right? 1, 2, and the third one, right? Now, see one thing here. Between these sites, yes, between these sites, between atoms which are present inside this unit cell, there is some space going to be between these atoms. Let me show you a different color here. This is space. Okay, this is going to be a vacant space. Okay, inside the atom space, because the atoms are of spherical shape, but our system is of cubic shape here. Okay, now if our crystal system is of cubic shape, okay, so there is going to be some vacant space inside that cubic system. Okay, and some of the space is occupied by the atom, some of the space is vacant here. Now to calculate how much space, one by one, let me see how much space is occupied by the atom, okay, to the total volume of the crystalline substance. This is called the packing efficiency. Okay, now see, if this is a cubic crystal system, okay, its volume is going to be, let's say if all sides are equal, its volume is going to be A cube, right? If all sides are equal here, okay, but the volume occupied by the atoms here inside that crystal is going to be different one. They are not completely occupying the crystal overall space present in the crystal lattice. Okay, so this is called actually packing efficiency. How much efficiently these atoms are packed inside that crystal system. Okay, now we saw three different type of crystal, four different types. Primitive one, okay, face centered one, body centered one, even end centered one. So all of them are going to be occupying different, are going to have different packing efficiency here. Okay, understood? Now, what is the formula here? How do we calculate this efficiency? What we do here is we identify the number of atoms present in the inside this crystal system. Okay, inside this cubic crystal system or whatever crystal system we take, inside that cubic crystal system, what is the volume of the atoms present? What are the number of atoms? Okay, now see here, what happens is, I told you last case, in case of hexagonal system also, if this is one unit cell, there are going to be another unit cell on this side, right? Now see here, if one atom is present here, one atom is present here, these four atoms are being shared by this another unit cell also, right? So all of these atoms which are present, they are going to be shared by other unit cell also. So their contribution to the each unit cell will be different. Okay, contribution to the each unit cell will be different. Now, so we identify the number of atoms present in a unit cell. Okay, let's see that number is n, number of atoms present in a unit cell, and we calculate the volume of the each atom. Okay, volume of each atom would be 4/3 pi r cube, a spherical volume, where r is the radius of the atom. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope you understood this. Now, as we go on, you will get better understanding. Okay. Before that, I want you to remember these small things related to cube. Keep it handy actually. You should always be aware of these terms. I'm just repeating, and I hope I already know you all people know these kinds of facts, but just repeating here. Number of corners in a unit cell would be 8. Number of faces would be 6 here. Okay, 4 on side by side and one above and one below. 6 spaces. Ages are going to be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12. Number of cube center, which is at the center of the cube, only going to be 1 only. Okay. But number of cube diagonals, this is 1 diagonal. Okay. And this is second diagonal. From here, it will go another third diagonal. And from here, there would be fourth diagonal. Okay. All of you can visualize these 4 diagonals now. Now, we can count number of face diagonals. Now, see here, I'm erasing this one. Now, each face is going to have 2 diagonals each. Okay. 2 diagonals each passing through the face center of the face, each face. Now, there are 6 faces, so number of face diagonals are going to be 12. Okay. Number of faces are 6, so number of face center also would be 6. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier, each atom going to contribute to each unit cell a different part of each atom. Now, how do the crystal make? Number of unit cells are going to be combining here. Now, at one lattice site, okay, let's see this different sides of cube. If one atom is present at this corner site, okay, this is one corner site. Now, can you see this side is shared by 8 cube system? 1 here, 2 here, third is this one, below one, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. These are the 8 cubic systems which are sharing this single corner atom. Okay, so single corner atom is being shared by 8 cubes. That means it will contribute only 1/8 part of the atom to one single cube, right? To the one single cube, it is going to contribute only 1/8. Now, this is about corner atom. Okay, if atom is present on the face center, this is going to be shared by 2 unit cells here now. Okay, these are the 2 unit cells. Okay, only 2 unit cells are going to share this face centered site. If atom is present on the face center, its contribution to the each face will be the half of the atom present in both sides of the unit cell. Now, if any atom is present on the edge center, you see the edges here, edge of these cubes is edge center we are calling. This is edge center at the middle of this one edge, single edge. Now this single edge is being shared by 4 cubes here. Okay, so this overall one single atom is being shared by cubic system. So overall contribution to the each cubic system would be only 1/4 here. Now, see the last one is the body centered cubic. Now, body centered atom is inside only one cubic crystal. Okay, it is not at the extremities of the cubic system. So that is why it is going to contribute completely one atom to the unit cell. Okay, so these are the contribution of each side to the one single unit cell. Only one unit cell we are counting. Okay, contribution to the one unit cell. Okay, now let's see this. All of these things what we are doing is to calculate the number of atoms present in the unit cell. Okay. Now let's see the length of the face diagonal here and the cube diagonal. This you can easily calculate. 2 pi r square. Okay, 2 pi r square is 1/8 of the length of the face diagonal. Okay, 2 pi r square is 1/8 of the length of the face diagonal. Okay, now let us see the length of the face diagonal here and the cube diagonal. This you can easily calculate. body diagonal, face diagonal would be root 2a, a side for in a cube. If this is a, this is a, this is going to be root 2a, and the body diagonal is going to be root 3a. Okay, I hope you can calculate it. Now we will going to see one by one each type of Brevis lattice here, unit cell here. In case of simple, okay, all of these three type of Brevis lattices we see for each crystal system, and we will see the overall packing efficiency, coordination number, and the contribution of each atom. Okay, here. Now see here, in case of simple, primitive, basic, till now everybody understood everything. Does anybody others you want to ask anything? Ariman? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Now see here, in case of simple, primitive, basic unit cell, we are going to see only 8 sites at the corner atom only, right? At the corner atom only, we are going to see 8 atoms. Now, you can visualize from this diagram also that contribution of one atom inside this cubic system here is going to be 1/8 of the atom only. Okay, this is the 1/8 of the atom. Can you see? These are the 8 sites: first, second, third, 8 atom, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth one behind this. Okay, so these are the 8 different atoms being shared inside this cubic system. They are arranged like this, but inside cubic crystal system, they are contributing only 1/8. Now, you can see here, if there are, let's see one by one the relationship now first. Now, to calculate the relationship between age length and the radius, okay, whatever we are doing to calculate the packing efficiency here. Okay, now see here, age length, this is like in primitive cell, all the atoms are arranged one by one. Now see, this is the age length A, complete A, and this is total radius 2r, because these two atoms are touching each other side by side. Only the corner ones are present. So A is equal to 2r here. Okay. Now, so this can be written as r equal to a by 2 also. Now, this is what we saw in case of simple cubic crystal or primitive. But if we count number of atoms present in unit cell here, see, I told you earlier, see this diagram, there are 8 atoms present and each is contributing 1/8 to the unit cell. So overall number of atoms present would be 1/8 multiplied by 8, that is 1 atom or ion per unit cell is present in a simple cubic crystal system. Okay, we are talking about the simple cubic crystal system only. Okay, here. Now see, now if I want to calculate the packing efficiency of simple cubic crystal system, see here, volumes occupied by the atoms present in unit cell divided by the volume of unit cell. See, volume occupied by unit cell, number of unit cell, and the volume of one unit, volume of one atom. Okay, this is 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, n is 1 here, so I have put n as equal to 1. 4/3 pi r cube. R, value of r I took it from here, a/2 cube, and the volume of the unit cell is a cube. When we do this calculation by putting r equal to a/2, we get actually this ratio pi/6 for simple cubic crystal system, which is equal to 0.524. this is fatting fraction, and or if we want to calculate in percentage term, we would say 52.4% of the unit cell is occupied by the atoms in a simple cubic unit cell, simple cubic crystal system. Understood this? How do we calculate the packing efficiency here? Okay, everyone? And does anybody have any doubt? No? Okay. Now
No,
see,
sir. Clear.
now let's see this thing for the body-centered cubic crystal cell. One thing we missed out was is coordination number. Okay, see here these atoms. Now I'll go back to the last slide here in case of cubic crystal system. Here, okay, see this side. Okay, this equation. Now note few things here. This is the cubic crystal system, and this is the length here. Okay. Now see one thing here. What's happening in this cubic crystal system is this is one atom, okay, is present here. Okay. Another atom, where is it present in case of cubic crystal system? Okay. See here. This is one atom. Another atom is present at a distance here. Another atom is present on this side at a distance here. Another atom is present on this side at a distance. Similarly, as they are arranged side by side, another atom here is going to be present like this one. Yes, everyone. One here. Okay. Another atom is going to be present on this side. If I want to draw, let's say, one more cubic crystal system, little bit bad diagram here. Let me draw better diagram. Okay. Now, can you see one more atom here from this side? Okay. Now, can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 system? Now, one is going to be above also. Okay. Like this one. Now, can you see this thing here? How these unit cells are arranged? Okay. Don't assume these all lengths are good. All lengths are same here. Okay. This is A, this is A, this is A here. Now, can you visualize everyone here? This single atom is having 6 atoms at nearest distance of A here. Same distance A. Okay. So these are its nearest neighbor. Nearest neighbors. And each is at the distance of A. Okay. How many nearest neighbors are there? 6 in case of primitive cubic crystal system here. Okay. Simple cubic crystal system. There are 6 nearest neighbors. That is why coordination number of this crystal system would be 6. Understood this one? Everyone? Now, I hope you understood. You are not saying something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see in case of body-centered cubic crystal. Okay. A body-centered cubic crystal is going to have another atom at the body center of the crystal system. Now, if this is one atom is going to be present here, now you can see it will look like actually this thing. Okay, one atom is going to be present here inside. Now, can you see
Sir.
here? Yes.
सर वो जो भी प्रिमिटिव में
Yeah.
हमारे 6 कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर आया था ना, वो एक बार वो डायग्राम
हाँ.
वापस से दिखा देंगे.
You want to draw it? Yes.
सर एक्चुअली विजुअलाइज नहीं हुआ दोबारा से.
ये देखो, here you see here, I am at this single position. Can you go into the three direction, X direction, Y direction, Z direction? You 3D geometry you have understood now. Let's say this is Z position, this is minus Z position. If this is origin, this is X position, this is minus X position, this is Y position, this is minus Y position. Can you now identify the three-dimensional view here? One atom is present here. In each direction at a distance, another atom is going to be present. Okay? From this centered atom, because these unit cells are going to be arranged one by one to each other. Okay? Side by side in all directions, they are going to be arranged in thousands and thousands numbers. So each atom is going to be nearest to the 6 atoms here. Can you visualize this one? And let's say this is one atom. One is going to be above here. Okay. One is going to be below it. Okay. One is going to be on right hand side and left hand side. One is going to be in front and one is going to be in back at the same distance. A. Because this is our single unit cell. We saw earlier, this is our single unit cell. So these unit cells are one by one attaching itself. Okay. See here.
Yes, अभी ठीक है.
अभी ठीक है. Okay. Now see here, body-centered cubic crystal. Okay. If body-centered cubic crystal, one atom is present at the body center. Now this is going to be like this one. One is present at the body center. All are attaching themselves to this body centered only. Okay, this here. Okay, they are in touch with this body center, these atoms, but they are not touching each other here. You can see the gap here in case of body centered cubic crystal. Okay, they are not going to be touching each other. Okay, because if size of each atom is going to be same, you can see this across the body diagonal, they are going to be touching across the body diagonal. Okay, from this atom to this atom, they are going to be touching continuously. From this atom to this atom across the body diagonal. Okay, can you visualize this one? Yes, Adarsh? Yes. Now see here, one thing more. There are 8 corner atoms. Okay, that means contribution of each corner atom is going to be 1 by 8 multiplied by 8 equal to 1 atom. Similarly, contribution of this body centered one, I told you earlier, because it is completely inside the unit cell, it is going to contribute complete 1 atom to the unit cell. Okay, so overall in body centered cubic, we are going to see 2 units, 2 atoms per unit cell. Atoms per unit cell, right? Can you visualize this thing?
So can you please repeat जो भी आपने कहा नेटवर्क चला गया था.
Okay, see here, this each body-centered cubic one crystal is having 8 corner atoms and one body-centered atom. Now, we saw earlier that corner atoms are going to contribute only 1 by 8 to the each unit cell. Okay, and there are 8 corner atoms. That means effectively only one atom is going to be present inside this cubic crystal. Okay. Now, there is another unit atom present at the body center, which is going to contribute complete one atom to this unit cell. So if we add both of these two atoms, one atom from the corner side, okay, one atom completely at the body center, effectively there are two atoms. Effectively, okay, there are two atoms per unit cell present in this unit cell. Okay. Now see here, if I want to establish a relationship between age length and atomic radius, okay. Now I told you earlier they are touching across the body diagonal, these atoms. Okay. At the center, there is lattice side which is occupied by one atom. Across the body diagonal only there is continuous presence of atom. There is no gap. So at this site, what we do is we calculate the overall length is √3a. We saw, okay, and overall length inside the radius. See here, this is the center of this one atom. This would be R. This would be complete diameter of the center atom of body centered atom, and the another R radius of the corner atom. Now this complete R plus 2R plus R would be equal to 4R. This you can visualize. Okay. This equation, then R is going to be √3a by 4. Okay. This is what we have written here. Okay. This is the relationship between R and A in case of body centered cubic crystal. Okay. Now I already told you how to calculate the number of atoms in this body crystal system. There are 2 atoms per unit cell in case of body centered cubic crystal. If there are 2 atoms in body centered cubic unit crystal, let's see the packing efficiency now. N is going to be 2 atoms per unit cell. Each atom is having just 4/3 pi r cube volume. We place R equal to √3a by 4 here. Okay, N equal to 2 here, and volume is a cube. Okay, we are still dealing with cubic system only. We are not going to see another type of crystal system. We are going to restrict ourselves to the cubic crystal system for these calculations. Okay, so the packing efficiency in case of BCC crystal is √3 pi by 8, that is 0.68 is the packing fraction. Okay, and in percentage term, we can say that 68% of the total volume is occupied by the atoms or ions in BCC crystal. This you can understand? Yes, Adarsh, I hope. Now see the FCC cell.
Yes, sir.
Now see, in case of FCC cell, this is carefully see the diagram here. Okay, what's happening here is these are the corner sites here. These are the corner sites here. Okay. So this green one are the corner sites. Okay. And these are the yellow ones here. Yellow ones. Okay. One face centered side. Okay. These are the face centered side. Now these are the corner, so it is red color I have written. Okay. Now, can you see here these yellow sides here in this diagram? These are occupying this space in between these atoms, in between, let's say, these four atoms. This is one side they are occupying. Okay. They are not inside the crystal lattice. They are at the face, at this face position. Okay. So carefully see here now the arrangement of the atom. Okay. At the body center, there is no atom present in this case. Okay. At the body center. But at the face center, there is one. See the middle diagram here? They are the face center. Now you can see here, they are touching each other across the face diagonal only. Okay, these sides in case of face centered. Okay. Now, one more thing, the contribution of each side we see. These corner sides are contributing 1/8 to the atom, while the face centered one, half is inside this unit cell, half is in another adjacent cell. So this is going to contribute half to the one unit cell, half atom to the one unit cell. Now see here, if there are 8 corner sides multiplied by each contribution 1/8, corner sides are going to contribute 1 atom to the unit cell, while there are 6 face centered atoms. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. Okay, 6 face sides, and each is contributing half to the unit cell. Okay, half position. Okay, we will see 3 atoms in this side. Okay, now see here one thing. Overall, there are 4 atoms present in this unit cell. Okay, in FCC lattice, contribution is of 4 atoms. Now let's calculate the packing efficiency now. Let's first establish the relationship between R and A in case of FCC. In case of FCC lattice, they are touching across this face center diagonal, and this overall length is √2a. Okay, face diagonal, √2a, and this is R, this is 2R, and this is R. This complete length is 4R in terms of radius of the atom. So this 4R would be equal to the √2a here. We get the relationship R equal to A by 2√2. Okay, from this equation. Okay, everyone. Now, number of atoms per unit cell, I have already told you 4 atoms per unit cell here, corner one and faces one. Now, see here, if we want to calculate the packing efficiency. Okay, N is 4. We calculate it for FCC, number of atoms present in the FCC lattice. R is equal to A by 2√2, volume is equal to A by cube. We calculate the packing efficiency here. We get this relation, pi by 3√2. Packing efficiency is equal to pi by 3√2, which is equal to 0.4, or in percentage term, we can see 74% of total volume is occupied by atoms in case of FCC lattice. Okay. Now, can you see one thing here? We are continuously from the primitive to the BCC to the FCC. We have seen there is an increase of the packing efficiency. What was it? 68%? And this 68, how much was it? Okay. And in case of this 52%, 52.4 to be exact. Okay. Now, See here, in case of FCC, we got close to the 74%. Now, see, as we move from this lattice to this lattice, overall packing efficiency is increasing. Okay? So, which is having the highest packing efficiency? FCC lattice. Okay? Now, one thing about coordination sphere I want to show you again. Okay, in case of each lattice. Okay. In the simple lattice, how we calculated 6 coordination sphere, you understood others, right? That from that diagram. Now, in body center, it is easy to visualize here. In body center, only this single atom at the center is touching each 8 atoms here. Okay, these 8 atoms. So coordination number in case of body centered lattice would be 8 here. Okay, coordination number in case of body centered is going to be 8. In case of face centered cubic cell, what is it going to be? Can you, it is written here, can anybody tell me? Visualize it and try to identify how many atoms are nearest to the single atom here. Let's take this one. Okay, and let's draw another unit cell above it. Let me draw with different color.
So,
Yes.
2.
How coordination number I'm asking of in case of FCC lattice?
Yes, sir.
How much?
The 4.
No. See here, they are touching across the face diagonal, right? This is. Okay. They are touching across the face diagonal. So these are how much at a distance? One diagonal distance was root 2a, right? Root 2a. Then the nearest neighbor is at the distance of ay root 2a divided by 2, which would be equal to ay root 2. Yes, this is ay root 2. Now see one thing here. Can you calculate this distance here from each face centered? See here, this is parallel distance. This is ay2. This is ay2. So this is distance. This distance is going to be come out to be. This is ay2. This is ay2. This distance is going to be. Let me draw it with different colors. See here. Okay. How much this distance is? This is ay2. This is ay2. That means this would be equal to ay root 2 only. Okay. I hope you can see it here what I'm saying. This is the distance. How much would it be? Ay root. Everyone, can you see it? This would be the answer for this ay root 2. So these face center, this side, apart from these 4 sides, these four face centered sides are also at the same distance of AY root 2. Above this plane, there is another four sides. So now can you tell me how many atoms are nearest to this one single atom? 4 on this
12.
plane. Yes, 12. 4 on this plane and 4 on this plane. Okay. So all of these 12 atoms are at equal distance of A by 2 root 2. That's why coordination number in case of FCC lattice is 2 here. Okay. So everyone, this I think I have written here also. Coordination number will be 12. Okay. And distance will be A by root 2. Okay. Now, others, you understood this everything? Yes.
12 कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर तो क्लियर हो गया, बट वो हमने जो डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट करा है एक फेस एटम
हाँ,
से दूसरे फेस एटम तक का, वो
हाँ,
विजुअलाइज नहीं हुआ।
ये वाला जो ये दिस डायग्राम, राइट? See here, these atoms are arranged like this thing. See this diagram first. Okay. Now, can you see here in this diagram, these atoms, okay, these are touching these face atoms. Here, see, across the diagonal, okay, across the diagonal only. Okay, there is no gap between these. So this face diagonal, the radius is going to be R. Okay, outer extremity of any sphere, any point outside the sphere from the origin, it is going to be at a distance R, no? So at this distance, it is also going to be at R distance. Okay, from here to across this is going to be at 2R distance. And from here, yes.
सर वो वाला नहीं, जो आप कोऑर्डिनेशन नंबर जब बता रहे थे 12 का, तब जो एक ऊपर वाला जो फेस एटम है वो
अच्छा
नीचे जो A by root 2 जो आ रहा है वो,
अच्छा रुको, let me see it here. Just one thing. I'm erasing everything. Now tell me. Now see you. This is cubic system, you know. This complete length is A, right? This is complete length is A. Now this is at the face center position, right? So this distance would be A by 2. Similarly, this distance is complete A. This distance would be A by 2 here. Now, can you tell me if this is A by 2, this distance is going to be A by 2, parallel to it, this length of this is A by 2. Can you visualize others? This length A by 2. Similarly, this length, this is A by 2 here. This is now A by 2 ka square plus A by 2 ka square and under root. I applied the Pythagoras theorem here. Can you calculate it now? I took out A by 2 here outside. Okay, from this one, I'll get root 2 inside. Okay, so this would effectively be A by root 2. Okay.
Yes sir, clear है.
Okay. So the nearest distance will be A by root 2 here. Now, in case of face-centered, body-centered, we saw the coordination number to be 8. But how much was the nearest distance? Root 3 length of the body diagonal divided by 2. This is the nearest neighbor. Only this distance. Okay. So length is a by root 3 by 2 here. Okay. Now I think enough of these cubic crystal system. Let's summarize them here. Okay. You can make another column for this here. Okay. This is for contribution we have. You can make another column. One side is coordination number, and let's say if I make another column here of coordination number and another column of the nearest neighbor distance. Okay, distance of the nearest neighbor. You can see here in simple cubic, number of atoms contribution is 1, packing efficiency 52.4. Coordination number was how much? 6. Distance was how much? A by only A. In case of body centered, let me write it like complete. Nearest neighbor was at A distance only corner atoms to each other. In case of body centered, contribution of corner is 1, center atom is 1,
Yes.
total is, yes.
सर प्रिमिटिव में नियरेस्ट डिस्टेंस a/2 नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि आधा तो पहले वाले एटम ने
नहीं।
कॉर्नर पे कवर कर लिया.
No, this is A. Key primitive here. See here, primitive one. Where is the nearest atom at A by 2? Every atom is at the distance of A to each other, na? Every atom is at the distance of A to each other. In primitive.
सर
Okay.
अगर हम सेकंड डायग्राम में देखें,
इसमें?
हाँ जी सर, ये
Yes.
जो हाँ उसमें 2r is equal to a है.
Where are you saying is 2r equal to A? This is,
Sir,
yeah. So we
सर
are,
जहाँ पे 1/8 एटम लिख रखा है उसमें.
listen, this 2r is equal to A. This is the just relationship between R and A. R is going to be A by 2 here. Okay. This is just relationship between R A by T. We are separating. Okay. Next neighbors would be at a distance. How are we measuring the distance between nearest neighbors? We are not going to measure the distance like that they are touching, so they are having 0 distance here. No, this is not we are measuring the nearest neighbor. We are measuring the distance from the center of one atom to the center of another atom. Okay, complete distance, this thing. This is how we are saying that nearest neighbor, distance between nearest neighbors. Okay, this distance from this atom to this atom is A here. Okay, in case of primitive.
Okay sir.
Okay, है ना? Try again, visualize and revise, है ना? Try to think 1 or 2, 3 more times, है ना? You will get much more clarity here. Now, here, in case of body-centered cubic crystal, efficiency came out to be 68%. Coordination number came out to be 8, and the nearest neighbor distance, how much was it? Root 3a by 2, right? From the body center to the corner one. Okay. In case of face-centered cubic, contribution of corner is 1, contribution of face is 1, center present is center, atoms is not present at the center. Overall contribution of atom is 4, efficiency is 74%, coordination number came out to be 12, and the distance between nearest neighbor would be, what was it?
A by root 2.
Okay, root 2a was the face diagonal distance between face diagonal. We divide it by 2, so we get A by root 2 here near it. So this is the complete chart. You can remember if any straightforward question comes from this overall topic, you can answer it immediately. Okay. Now let's see the crystal density of the crystal. Okay. The of the age of the unit cell is known to us. Okay. We can calculate the density of the crystal now. Okay. How do we calculate? We know how we, what is the density. We will calculate the mass present, mass of atoms present in unit cell divided by the volume of the crystal, right? Okay. Now if I want to calculate the mass of atoms, what I would do is I'll calculate how many atoms are present in unit cell, in one unit cell. Density of the unit cell we are calculating. Okay. If it in case of small cubic crystal, unit n would be 1. If it is BCC, n would be 2. If it is FCC, n would be 4. So whatever type of crystal you have been given, you can calculate the density. How do we now see here? You know the mass. Now, what is mass of one atom? Mass of one atom would be equal to overall mass of 1 mole of atom is molecular mass divided by total number of atom in 1 mole, Na. Okay, that is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23. Okay, this is the mass of one atom. Overall molecular mass or overall atomic mass, whatever you have given here, okay, that is for 1 mole. That means that is for overall 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. That mass. That's why mass of one atom would be Na. Okay, mass atom. I calculate total number of atoms. Okay, and I multiply it by mass of one atom. This is mass of one atom, and divide it by the volume of the crystal. Okay, volume of the crystal here. This is volume of the crystal, V. Okay. Note it down this thing. Now, can you do this problem? Try to do this one. Okay. Okay, let me show you this one, so then you can do few more problems. Okay. They are saying an element having atomic mass 60, having face-centered cubic crystal, has a density of 6.23 gram per centimeter cube. What is the age length of the unit cell? Avogadro constant, this is Na, is equal to this. This is 10 raised to 23. Okay. Copying has made some error. Forgot to subtract here. Now see here, we just saw density is equal to, we write it like rho here. For the crystal density, we write rho here. In face-centered cubic crystal system, value of N is 4. Just saw it. This is N molecular mass divided by volume divided by Na. Now, if I put value of N is 4 here, molecular mass is 60, volume of the unit cell edge length of the unit cell ये भी है. Assume this is cubic unit cell always. They will not ask you question about any other type of crystal system. Always cubic unit cell. So the volume would be A cube. Okay, and this is Na. Now, Na. Now, rho has been given to you, which is 6.23 gram per centimeter cube. Now, if I equate it, 6.23 equal to 4 multiplied by 60 divided by A cube multiplied by 6.02 into 10 raised to 23. Now, can you calculate A cube, and from A cube, from the value of A cube, you can get the value of A by taking cubic root of that value, right? Understood, everyone?
सर
Straightforward. Yes.
सर इस क्वेश्चन में एन हमारे पास 4 है क्योंकि फेस सेंटर्ड है, उसका वो 4 होता है नंबर ऑफ एटम. ए
Right.
क्यूब
Right.
वॉल्यूम हो गया Na एवोगाड्रो. 60 मास
Yes.
कैसा है हमारा?
This has been given, na, atomic mass in brackets. See, an
Okay.
element with atomic mass 60. You will always be given the mass, atomic mass here. Maybe sometimes they may ask you to calculate atomic mass. That is a different case. But in all of the question, you will be given the atomic mass otherwise. Okay.
Okay.
Now, do one thing, all of you. है ना, take a screenshot of this question or note down this question. Okay. Done.
Yes, sir.
Now, no, this is what. There are few questions related to this. I want you to solve it. This one. Straightforward question. What is the answer here? Arman, what? Yes. Arman, can you tell me? Answer is? Now, I said 68% in case of body centered cubic was occupied. Packing efficiency in case of BCC. So, how much is the free space? Rest of the space is free space. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, these simple questions may come here. Okay, now we will start with the other next topic, close packing of the identical solid sphere. Okay, and different type of crystal lattice in case of different compounds. Before that, counselor may have sent you some questions, I think, on your group, right?
Yes,
DPP, some, right? So whatever questions you can solve from your existing knowledge of these topics, okay, till now whatever we have covered, and try to solve those questions. Okay, rest of the, at least of density, such kind of questions. Okay, about crystal system, about type of crystal, such kind of things. Okay, so solve those questions first. Then we will solve all of those questions once we are done with this chapter. Okay, one by one. All of those, maybe 30 questions are there. Okay, all of the 30 questions we will solve once we finish this chapter, and later on then we will solve some more previous year questions as well. Okay, I will give you those questions first, so you can solve them at your home. You can try them at your home. If in case you are not able to solve them, we will discuss this in the class here. Okay, one by one I'll give you the answers also to the each question, but try to solve it first. Okay, and I'll give you the answer in the next class only. Okay, I'm not going to provide in the uh, through Telegram group answers. Okay, all of those answers to all of answers to I think 30 questions of the solid state are there. Okay, and for JE question we will solve in the class itself one by one. Okay, I'll show you the question in the class itself. You can solve them there in the class only. Okay, so try to revise it, visualize it as much as you can visualize these diagrams. Okay, you can get the much more better clarity here. Okay, and try to practice whenever you apply these concepts, and then only you can actually remember all of these concepts. Okay, so practice first, then we will see few more
Excuse me,
different
sir.
type of questions. Yes, Adarsh.
सर ये वाली पीडीएफ जिससे आप पढ़ा रहे हैं वो आप प्रोवाइड कर देंगे क्या ग्रुप पे, क्योंकि नोट
हाँ मैं बोल दूँ वंस हम फिनिश,
थोड़ा
हाँ वंस हम फिनिश कर लेंगे तो हम फिर भिजवा दूंगा मैं, ठीक है एक बार, क्योंकि मैं बीच बीच में एडिट करवा देता हूँ, इनमें कुछ कुछ नई चीजें ऐड कर देता हूँ, है ना। तो वंस आई कंप्लीट दिस चैप्टर आई गिव यू द कंप्लीट स्लाइड। ओके
ओके सर।
ना, one thing I want to tell you is, yeah, try to note down things in class, whatever important thing you feel like, है ना, important, make a note of those things in class itself. So apart from whatever on whatever there is on your slide, or whatever, except apart from that thing, whatever I am speaking, you can note down those things also. Okay, sometimes many of the things will not be available on the slides. Okay, I may be speaking or I may be writing during the class itself. So keep on noticing, note down those things, whatever you think important to you is, whatever you think is you are having some kind of break in and gap in understanding. You can discuss with me those things, in the next class itself also. Okay, okay, others, Ariman, Bindu, Mohit, I hope you understood everything,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yes,
Ariman,
yes, sir.
okay, everyone, revise it, please. Solve the question. We will see you in the next class. Okay, bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.